Hey everybody, it's Dak here, and welcome to our Old School Runescape Road to 100 mil from Scratch series opener. First things first, I'm going to show you what I mean by Scratch. I am going to start with 0 items from this beginner's account. I hope you guys agree that this is a beginner's account. I do have 19 crafting as my highest level, then 12 mining, and basically everything else I haven't done anything. I got some cooking, a fire making level, and a couple smithing levels. That's about it. So this is my noob account on 07scape. I haven't played too much old school, but now I'm gonna have to because I plan on getting 100 mil. Here's what I have in the bank right now is some money and some bowstrings, and I'm going to give this to some lucky stranger. I'm gonna just drop the bowstrings because that would be a little simpler. Then I'm gonna trade this guy, and let's see. Busy at the moment, huh? I should have figured. I'm gonna chase this guy down. Watch. Excuse me, sir. Would you like 53K? It's not a huge amount, but oh, all right, guy. People don't want my money. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. We're just gonna give him my money. Here, would you like some money, sir? There you go. All right, so now yeah, no problem. Alright, here we go. Now I can start from scratch. You see I have nothing in my bank, not a single item here. First things first, I am going to walk over to... What? Why are people trading me? Let's see what this guy wants. First things first, once I'm done with this guy's trade, I am going to walk over to Falador and grab a bronze pickaxe. While I'm walking there, I am going to give you guys a small introduction on kind of what the series is going to be about and what I'm going to do. First off, I want to give the rules for this series. There's not a lot of rules, but there's like some guidelines that I just like to kind of stick around to make it a fair series. The main idea I want to stay behind is that I'd like to keep this a repeatable series, so if I were to try this again, or if anyone else was going to try to do what I'm doing, they'd be able to copy it exactly. So that means I'm not going to take any handouts from any other players. So just like now, when I gave that money to that random player, if that were to happen to me, I wouldn't be able to accept it. Plus, I've had a couple times where I was like chopping logs with a bronze axe, let's say, and someone comes up and happens to have an iron axe on them, and because they're nice, they give me the better axe. So I'm going to avoid stuff like that happening. I'm also going to not keep items from random events. So even though they don't give a ton of money, every once in a while they'll give you like a gold bar or something, but it's a random event, so that means I can't control it and it wouldn't be repeatable. So I'm going to stay away from those too, just dropping the items they give me. For selling items, I'm going to use the Zybez website where they have a price guide and people put up there what they're selling and buying and whatnot. It's kind of like a grand exchange for Old School Runescape. In my Old School money making guide, I show this site and I believe that anybody can use it, so it is a fair tool to use. For the last thing, I'll be cutting out some of the longer processes and fast forwarding scenes that take too long, but I will do my best to show you guys all of the most important clips. So I'm not going to just like sell a bunch of stuff off camera and suddenly have an extra 100K. I'm going to make sure that if I get any big items that I know I'm going to get, I'm going to record that and show that to you guys. Alright, so now that I have a bronze pickaxe, I'm going to go to the Varrock mining area and mine a little bit of clay. While I'm mining the clay here, I think I'm going to mine a couple of tin too so that I can sell them to the general store and get a bucket to make the clay into soft clay, excuse me. I'm going to get like 50 or so soft clay just so I can get a cash stack good enough to buy my way to Cathbury from Port Sarum. I don't really like to walk there. I'm kind of lazy when it comes to that, so I just use the charter ships at Port Sarum. Alright, so at this point I got 2 loads of clay and I got 1 tin on each load, and that's what I'm doing now is going to sell those tin to the general store so I can buy that bucket. Then I'm going to make the clay into soft clay so I can get some cash. I am fast forwarding this soft clay process because it was kind of a pain only having 1 bucket, but I didn't feel like mining a bunch more clay so that I can get a handful of buckets to make it go a little faster. I don't know why, but I just didn't do it. Once I do finish making this soft clay, I'm going to hopefully find somebody fairly quickly that is willing to buy it for like 10K. Then I'm going to make my way to Cathbury and up to Sears Village on for our next step of the adventure. Alright, so I found this guy on Zybez that is buying some soft clay. He says he'll buy this for about 10K for me, which is pretty nice. It's exactly what I wanted from it. It takes him a minute to trade me here, and when you do see, you can see here that he has a bunch of clay, so he must be merchanting this clay, but I don't care what he's doing with it. He's giving me money for mine, so that's all we needed. We got 10K from him, and now we can make our way to Port Sarum and off to Sears Village. So when I arrived at Port Sarim, one thing that I noticed that I was pretty happy about is the trip from Port Sarim to Cadbury is only 1K, which I was unaware. I thought it was 3 or 4K. Not that much of a difference. Either way, I had enough money, but it's nice to save a little bit of cash, especially when you're trying to save up to 100 mil. And another thing I noticed walking around so much is that I really miss having a higher agility level and having the option to rest to get my run back up. This game is a lot slower when you don't have run. It's unbelievable. So what you'll notice now is I get to Sears Village, and what we're going to do is pick Flax and turn it into bowstring. This was one of the main methods on my Money Making 2007 Beginner's Guide of making money. So since we don't have very high skills, but we do have good crafting, well, good enough crafting, I'm going to be making bowstrings and hopefully making a good profit from it. I'm going to do this till I get about 100K worth of bowstring, which should be, I calculate it to in the 700s. I might just round up to 1K and get 1,000 bowstrings. We'll see, but I will get back to you when I am done making my bowstrings. So I got my 1,008 bowstrings. I did decide to go all the way to 1,000, and I already looked up a guy and added him to my friends list. His name is Coinsbag. He's right here. Oh, he's only level 4. He is buying a ton of bowstring, so I'm going to trade with him. So he's buying for 110 apiece, so this should be about 110K. Let's see if that's what he gives me. Come on, buddy. Give me something good. He's probably got his calculator out or something, trying to figure it out. 110K, perfect. All right. Come on. Come on. I don't know why he isn't accepting. Kind of makes you nervous. Oh, he even gave me the 880. Sweet. So there's our 110K from the bowstrings. That probably took an hour, hour and a half. I wasn't paying too much attention, and I was watching Friends, to be honest, at the same time. So I wasn't going too fast, but I do have 119K now, almost 120K. I think that's a good starting cash stack for our next step, but I am going to end the episode there. If you're looking to watch episode number 2, there should be an annotation on the screen right now pointing you in that direction. If there is not, that just means that the episode has not been released yet, and if that is the case, then you should just check the description to see when the date for the next release is going to be. We hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you liked the length. That was one thing I really wanted to focus on. I wanted to put it between 8 and 10 minutes, and it looks like we're about to hit 8 minutes, which is perfect. If you did enjoy the video, please drop us a like and a comment to tell us what you did enjoy about it. Join the cul-de-sac for more videos by clicking on that subscribe button, and follow us on Twitter at @TheEdBoys. All links are in the description.